When God give you something, He will give you according to His will, and He will give you to the benefit of the church. When you ask something to God, you ask God to give you, to bless you with a precious thing in your life. Remember, God will give you only when your prayer align with His will, because God is love. So you should ask to the benefit of the church. So God will give you something to benefit the church, not for your own selfishness, but to benefit others, to benefit the church. For example, Hannah was not having a child, but his colleague, his fellow wife, Peninnah, was able to have children. But Hannah was praying to God, asking for a child, but Peninnah was laughing at Hannah. So Hannah prayed, but God couldn't answer the prayer of Hannah. Instead, He waited until Hannah realized the will of God. So, my brother, my fellow sister, my fellow servant of God, your prayer should go with the will of God. When Anna realized the will of God, he asked God, give me a child and I will take you to your place of worship. Your child will live there to your place of worship, and he will grow there, because the child has come from you, and I will give you back to you. That time is the time Anna got a child. To benefit the church, because that child was a precious child and was a prophet in future. So God gives you something which benefit the church. So remember, when you pray, your prayer should align with the will of God, not for the selfishness, but for the will of God, because God is love. When you ask wisdom, God will give you wisdom to help the church. When you ask prosperity, God will give you prosperity to help the church, not for the selfishness, but to help the church. So, my dear friend, love one another, pray for one another, have a fellowship with one another, because that is love. And that is what God wants. When you pray for one another, we love one another, we have fellowship with one another, we bring other people to God, back to God, Jesus Christ. That is the way our Father wants. So remember, the servant of God, let bring people back to God. Let have fellowship with one another, and for that, God will bless us, and God will raise us from one level to another level, and God will answer according to the desire of your heart. May God bless you.